Hi there, I'm Nancy Nash with Starfish Strength, and I believe that healthy eating can be both delicious and nutritious. Today I'm going to review some Wild Planet Skipjack Tuna, which they've made in some really interesting flavors. So I started eating Wild Planet tuna a couple years ago, and to be honest with you, I didn't really think I liked canned tuna before I tried this brand. So I'm super delighted to say that I really do enjoy canned tuna when it's high quality, and I really also respect their mission. So I've had the Wild Planet albacore tuna, the low sodium albacore tuna. They made some really interesting tuna salads that I reviewed in another video. And I actually eat the skipjack tuna probably most often. But today we're going to review 3 different variations that I think are really interesting. So they now make a skipjack tuna with dill pickle, a skipjack tuna with jalapeno and cumin, and a skipjack tuna packed in olive oil. I usually buy the kind that's packed in water. So I thought that was kind of an interesting variation. So because I'm most familiar with the skipjack tuna that's packed in water, I'm going to use that as my control. So I'm going to try a little bit of that first. And, I would say some wild tunas don't look like fish to me, but like Wild Planet, I hope you can kind of see, this looks like an actual fish that was packed into here. You can see the structure of the muscle. So I do find that that's kind of one way that I've been able to tell apart, the higher quality tunas. It's amazing to me that I like tuna straight up at this point from the can, but this is really, really good. So there is salt added to this. They also make a salt-free albacore tuna that's excellent. So if you are watching your sodium, check that out. So this has 450 milligrams, but that is for the whole tin, and it's 140 calories. With 32 grams of protein. You're also getting your omega-3s. So anyway, I'm just selling you on tuna right now. If you can hear my dog drinking, he knows he's going to get tuna after this. He's preparing himself. So I'm going to compare the skipjack tuna that's packed in water to the one that's packed in olive oil, because this is not usually what I buy. So it can see, it looks pretty much the same, but it does look like the entire piece of tuna is just packed in olive oil. Oh, it's really good. I'm not sure what olive oil they're using for this, but definitely tastes a little more indulgent. But I could see myself, usually I'll put that on a salad, maybe put a little bit of seasoning or a sesame dressing, but you could probably use this as the dressing. That's really delicious. So this can is almost half the size of the other one. So the other one, had 140 calories for the whole can. This has 130. It is packed in olive oil. It's 9 grams instead of 1.5 grams, but you're only looking at 1 gram of saturated fat. So that's all healthy fat. And then you're still getting 13 grams of protein. So that's still a really great option. And then this has 110 milligrams of sodium. So proportionately, it actually has a lot less than the kind packed in water. Perhaps that's because they're able to preserve it a little more easily in the olive oil. I'm not sure, but that definitely makes this a much lower sodium option. So next we're going to try the skipjack tuna with dill pickle. And I have been super excited about this because, a lot of people make tuna salad anyway with pickles. So I'm really curious to see what this tastes like. Those are good pickles. Again, I have no idea what pickles they're using, but it's really zesty and you get that, that sourness that pickles have, but it's more complex. I honestly thought it was just going to be fish that tasted like it was soaked in pickled juice, and it doesn't. You can distinctly taste the pickles and you can taste the tuna. So well done. However, they're, putting this together so that it doesn't have too much pickle juice. It's working. It's really good. And then just because, I've been picking on the sodium in all of these, I will say the dill pickle one surprisingly has 390. I feel like that would be really good with, crackers, or you could even possibly make one of these into tuna salad, but use it as a dip with vegetables. I like the idea of doing that with the flavored tunas. So last we're going to try the skipjack wild tuna with jalapeno and cumin. And I'm really curious about how spicy, not spicy is this. So I will say the one with dill pickles, you can see a lot of pickles all throughout. You can kind of see, I don't know, maybe you've got 20% pickles in there. It's probably less than that, but like you can really see that the pickles are all throughout. They've been a lot more conservative with the jalapeno, which they probably should be. This isn't like the one chip challenge of tuna. Let's see how it balances. So this is really good. Tastes a lot different than I thought it was going to. I definitely can taste the jalapeno. If you're not into spicy things, this probably wouldn't be your favorite, but I am. This is really good. It kind of reminds me of that red bean tuna salad that I reviewed by them. They put some heat in that and that was delicious. And they put corn in that, which I really like. So honestly, I'm like, I'm getting Southwestern vibes from this. I totally think it would be great on a salad, like with some corn, with some red beans, basically everything they had in that salad. I can definitely taste the cumin, and I almost feel like I taste something else, like, I don't know, like deeper, like olivey. I don't know. Let me see if I can look at the ingredient list upside down. Pickled jalapenos. Okay. So this has pickled jalapenos and it has olive oil. So that would explain to me the complexity that's coming through. So it does have vinegar and it does have olive oil. I honestly, if I had to rate these, I'm going to put my control to the side here. I think I would say the jalapeno and cumin is my favorite, dill pickle second, and olive oil third, just because of the complexity of flavors. I really think like having the pickled jalapenos in here, like that is really interesting. It's very complex. I wouldn't get bored eating that at all. So the only downside to this one being my favorite is that this one is the highest in sodium. So this has 490 milligrams of sodium just in this little guy. So that is pretty high. If you're someone like me who has low blood pressure, who has to work sodium into their diet, that's probably a good choice for you. If you are someone that has high blood pressure, there are other great options here for you. All of them are great choices as far as protein and healthy fat and omega-3s go. Thank you so much for joining me for this review. I hope you feel better set up the next time you go shopping for some canned tuna. If you're looking for help with your exercise and nutrition program, you can always reach out to me in the link in the description. And please check out the rest of my YouTube channel. You'll find workouts, healthy recipes, and other exercise tips. And in the meantime, I look forward to continuing this journey with you. I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, it's gonna smell like tuna in here. Oh yeah, someone's gonna wake up. Somebody's gonna wake up. So the one you can have is a plain one, okay? I'm gonna share some with you. I know, we love tuna. Let me get a smaller piece. This is not gonna work very well. I know, you've been such a good boy. I'm gonna give you some in your bowl. Thank you for being good and not whining about it. Oh my god, I love this so much. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's how that goes, huh? That's how that goes. Okay, let me put the rest for you in a bowl. Good boy. You say hi? Say hi. Where's Brian? Good boy. Good boy. Okay.